Board Member Cline?
So the strategic plan was mentioned or presented on this morning, and I just had a few things I would like to say, and I've written them down if you don't mind. But I have some grave concerns on how the components of the strategic plan are being implemented without ongoing oversight and input from our elected board. I know we talked about maybe what that would look like, that regular reporting, but when the strategic plan was passed, I don't think that the board realized that we were effectively signing a blank check to allow staff and others to take over the critical details of the plan's implementation and incorporating by reference resources created to advance strategies as are listed at the bottom of each of those pages in the gray box that are not of our making, strategies created by who, our staff or other agencies. Who exactly are we ceding our oversight and authority to when we go to those resources, which are many, and go beyond, I think, just research. The strategic plan implementation has the 4 main goals, but those 4 main goals have 17 sub-goals. Under those, and each sub-goal features another section of resources created to advance strategies. Under goal 1, just for example, the first resources created to advance strategies link early learning, high quality instructional cycle resources, goes to its own sub-document that is 7 pages long, with 6 more sections designed to advance the implementation of the USBE strategic plan. Those 7 or 6 include goals and outcomes, planning, instruction, assessment, data and reflection, and adapt instruction. Under just the first section of the sub-document alone, there are 10 links going to outside sources, all intended to be used to advance the USBE strategic plan. Some of those include Georgia Department of Education Guide, Edutopia Framework, Ireland National Council on Curriculum and Assessment Toolkit, ULEAD Toolkit, John Hattie Video, Jennifer Davis Poon Center for Innovation in Education article, Learner Centered Collaborative article, Aurora Institute article, Education Week article, Cult of Pedagogy blog. Under the second section of the sub-document, there are 10 more links going to more outside sources, all intended to be used to advance the USBE's strategic plan. CAST, a virtual framework, ULEAD, IRS Center, virtual module, Mindful Learning, Digital Promise virtual framework, Expeditionary Learning Tool, Katrina Schwartz article, Cult of Pedagogy blog, Novak Education guidance document. I could go on and on. There are 40 more resources created to advance strategies linked under just goal 1, early learning, leading to 40 more sources that our board doesn't control, but that our board is taking marching orders from effectively. Total, we are at 60 sublinks under only the first link under goal 1 of the USBE strategic plan 2022 update. All of these outside resources are driving the direction of our strategic plan, and none of these outside resources are accountable to the board. We have had no say in vetting or approving any of these resources, and yet here they are in a document that bears our name and photographs, and not just any document, it's our board's strategic plan that guides and shapes the comprehensive course of K-12 education in Utah, and that we are held accountable to by the legislature. Under no circumstance should this document be viewed as being, in my opinion, endorsed by the board when we had little to nothing to do with determining its contents and the direction those contents are pushing us toward. If everything we do is tied to the strategic plan, it should be given as much or more attention than the over 60 hours we've given to the individual standards for social studies. We should have been able to provide input on each of the plan's parts prior to them being presented to us as a done deal. This strategic plan implementation update should have been presented to us as an action item, not just a report that we are helpless to amend in any way. We should, in my opinion, err on the side of due diligence and perform ours by addressing each area of this implementation piece by piece to ensure that we are upholding our constitutional stewardship of general control and supervision in a properly and fully informed manner. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Cline. Board Member